What's up, my people? It's your boy Mike Mills back with another video. Before we get into it, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you like what you saw, don't forget to hit subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs by the end of this month. If you can help me do that, it'll be much love to all. But let's get it. So today, let's talk about what did we do to get on the ship and what it's like to get off the ship. But before we get into this video, I want to change the scenery. Let's get it. And we're back. So you're checking into the pool. You see this? This looks nice. Anyway, that was a little ADHD. So you're checking into the pool for the first time, anytime, whatever time. You're checking into the pool. You've already been hired. You got your MMC, your passport, your TWIC card, and your medical certificate. All that has been taken care of. Now you're checking in. First thing you got to do is give them all that stuff back. You got to give them all that, make sure it's all up to date and everything is good to go. So once you do that, then they'll be like, all right, do anything medical. As far as medical, they're going to check to see if you got any shots or you need to take any shots or if you need to do a hearing test. And I think those are usually it. Just the hearing test and if you have to take any shots. Obviously, everybody that knows me, I don't take shots anymore. So that's just, anyways. So once you knock those two things out first, was the shots and all of the admin stuff, now you are officially assignable. First things first, you're going to be waiting. Sometimes it may only take you check in, you do all your medical stuff. 2 days later, you got a ship and you're gone. Sometimes it may take a couple weeks. It all depends on your position, what's going on. And if they give you a ship, if the ship is out to sea, which it doesn't make sense sometimes. Sometimes they'll assign you a ship and it may be going out to sea for 2 weeks. And that's just, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, well, you got to wait for the ship, which is kind of dumb, but sometimes it works in your favor because you want to be home a little longer than you normally would. But now let's say got your assignment. It's time for you to go. You got your ship. First things first, you're going to get an email with your itinerary, or not your itinerary, with your orders saying what ship it is, where it's at, or at least its home base or whatever. And then who's the captain, all that stuff, who's your supply officer, you're going to get your orders. Then after that, you're going to get your itinerary. Usually you get them both at the same time, but it'd be like 2 different emails. And then they will also CC your department head in an email with all of that. And then once they give you all of that, it's time for you to go. If you're local or you live in Norfolk or San Diego, you have to provide your own ride and all that. But if you're not local, they'll provide transportation to the airport. Everything is good to go. Now, obviously, that only applies if you're going overseas. If you have a ship that's in Norfolk or San Diego, and you're in Norfolk or San Diego, you'll just be walking on board. And if you're just walking on board, it's pretty easy. You know what I'm saying? You get a ride to the ship, or you don't even need to get a ride. If you live locally, you just drive to the ship and walk on board. But let's say you're going overseas. If you're going overseas, then you have to get your own ride to the airport, unless you're, obviously, like I just said, you're not local. You get to the airport, pretty much always try to be there 2 hours before. Just like any other flight, anything, a couple hours before, so you can make sure you make your flight. If you're in Norfolk, you probably can get away with an hour, but usually try at least be 2 hours before so you don't miss your flight, because they tend to get mad at that. But really, honestly, who gives a shit? You do what you want. You know what I'm saying? If you miss your flight, you miss your flight. They just got to get you another one. They can't penalize you for that. But let's say you make your flight, you make it to the destination, and you land, let's say in Japan or something like that. You go to Japan, you make your flight, you land, you got all of your stuff, everything went smoothly, and you have your suitcase, all your stuff, everything is with you. Now, in Japan, you got to take a bus that takes you to the base. It's usually about an hour ride. But anywhere else, usually they have somebody there to pick you up and to take you to the ship. Now, you're at the ship, but let's say it's nighttime. If it's nighttime, all they do is they have somebody waiting for you, and then you'll probably get your key in your room, and then that's it for the night. You're not going to do anything. The next day, you will officially doing your check-in stuff. Checking in will be you go to the captain or purser, you give them all your credentials. They should make a copy of it, and then you'll get it back, and then they'll give you a sign-in sheet, which the sign-in sheet is like a list of things that you need to get signed by your department head, your chief mate, and also if you're, depending on what kind of ship, you got to get communications officer, the SEO. So they'll go sign all that stuff. The reason why you get it from the communications officer always, because they're the ones that assigns you your computer or your computer access, all the stuff like that. Usually I don't care, because I don't care for computer access while I'm on the ship, but some people do. So that's what you typically need to do. And then once you do all of that, the next day you're officially on the ship, you're working, you're doing what you got to do. Now you finished your 4 months, or however long you decided, 4, 10, 2 years, I don't know. You're officially getting off the ship. It's pretty much the exact same thing. You're more likely overdue. No matter what position you are, you're overdue probably. Overdue means you are, let's say you're supposed to get off September 5th. You're probably not gonna hear anything until September 20th. You know what I'm saying? And then so you're overdue a couple weeks, maybe a month, couple months. My friend, he was overdue 6 months. So I mean, it is what it is. Shit happens. It depends what position you are. So let's say you're overdue, or you're not overdue. Let's say they have a name for you. The guy's coming, and or let's say the guy is here. Now you do the exact same thing. You get your checkout sheet, which is just a sheet that you get to check out, and then you have it. You have to get it signed by your, like I said, department head, the chief mate, and then the comms guy, the SEO. And then once you do all that, it's time for you to fly home. Now, flying home is a little different. They will provide you the ride to the airport. No ifs, ands, or buts, and they make sure you're on time. Provide a ride for the airport. But once you touch the airport and you get on your first flight, you are no longer their problem. That's usually how it is. So you should always set your ride up yourself once you get home. You know what I'm saying? I always get either my girl or my friend or my mom or dad or something like that to give me a ride. It really all depends, but I always recommend setting all that up the day before, because it's a bitch trying to set that up on the way to your home, or your destination, and it's just, I'm just set it up days before. If you know you're leaving Friday, make sure you have it set up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, sometimes it's harder to set certain things because you don't know when exactly you're going to be home. Things are delayed, stuff like that. But at least once you know the exact date, because they usually try to get it to you like 3-4 days before. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Mike, you're going home on this date. The person's supposed to be here officially to replace you on this date. So you know when you're going home. Other than that, it's pretty easy peasy. You know what I'm saying? Once you go home, that's it. Make sure you have a ride set. You're good to go. And now you're home. Now you have freedom. And I'm telling every single one of you, here's the 2 best days: getting hired, getting off the ship. I guarantee there is no better feeling than when you've been on the ship and they said, hey, you're going home. Those are the best days. I know a lot of you want to be like, oh, I can't wait to be on the ship and stay there for like a year straight, make all this money. Yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? But I guarantee your favorite day is going to be the day you go home. You know, everybody that I ever sailed with, they always say their favorite day was going home. And that's every time they get on the ship. It's still my favorite time. I can get on the ship and I can have the blast. Everything has been great, but nothing touches the day you going home. You know what I'm saying? But I hope this helped. I hope you like the new scenery that I had out here for y'all. You know, I'm always here to help you guys. Y'all have like inspired me to do everything that I've been doing. Like the questions you guys ask me, the encouragement, like you guys really have made me like want to keep doing this. Because at first I was just doing, I just wanted to make a video. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say I've always wanted to have a YouTube channel, because I didn't. But you guys have supported me in every way. I'm almost where I need to get to. Try to help me get to 1,000. I'm almost there, you know. But if you liked what you saw, definitely hit that subscribe button. It will definitely help me, and I will hope to continue making videos like these for you guys. But I think this is it. I want to go home. It's been a good day. Actually feels really good outside. I might walk around for a little bit. But yeah, thanks for watching. Deuces.